Alright, so I equipped the water tablet, and this is what you need it for. And this is a very cool effect. No more bothering with those lily pads.
Yay! You can walk on water!
That doesn't remind me of anybody. Actually, I'm guessing that a bunch of different religions probably have that somewhere in there. So at this point, I decided to test, okay, why do you need this? Lily pads just disappear instantly.
There's no need for them.
No, I mean, like, why do you need the water tablet to get this one? And without lily pads, you could not fight this current. Unless you had the water tablet.
Look, straight beads.
That's the last one in this area, I believe. Yeah. Oh, and also some things that you can bloom.
Yes.
Foods.
Get all the foods.
I didn't actually need that Astral pouch, but in the last sequence of battles, but I figured better safe than sorry. Alright, now I'm back in that first spider hole, whatever. Back for another sequence of 10 battles. This one is a lot easier than the first one I showed, because this is the first one you're supposed to do.
Because you'd be able to get him done quicker.
Yes, this goes a lot more quickly. And these are the enemies from the very beginning of the game.
You should get a bit of cake.
That guy just missed. I guess I moved out of the way. I'm like, hey, let's get even more demon fangs. I know that for a certain thing, like at the end of the game, you need to have collected 400 demon fangs total throughout the course of the game.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? Oh, I guess I didn't take any damage in that battle. Like I said, this one's easier than the last one.
Get them quicker.
Oh, and I don't notice when he makes the big explosion. Okay, now I'm noticing. That's better.
Kill all the drummers.
And when they're about to use their drum explosion thingy, I usually just use Holy Falcon to get in some damage while dodging. Confess. Okay, that's 2 down. 8 to go. One thing that confused me at some point is that if when the battle screen goes away, you're right where the Devil Gate would be, then the Devil Gate will not reappear until you move away from it. Oh yes, I remembered that the swirling kanji thingy meant that the freaky fish guys were about to attack.
I thought they were attack you, squish them like freaky fish guys.
Squish them like freaky fish guys. That's an interesting expression. They're freaky fish guys. Squish them like freaky fish. We are brothers who like to rhyme. In fact, we do it all the time. You may think it rather crass, but you can stick your cards right up your nose. Ass, brother, you were supposed to say ass. We rehearsed this. I don't know why I thought of that.
And now we're blooming trees.
Yes, note how much better I am at it than when they first came up.
Yes, you've improved.
Hey, I got 2 in a row.
Yay.
Twice in a row, man. I don't know if you watch Nintendo Capri Sun. That's one of his catchphrases.
I think I've only seen I've watched one of his I think 100 tweet videos when he was arguing with himself.
Yeah, I haven't.
That's the only video I've seen of his.
I have not watched that Let's Play of his. I want to, I have so much less time these days because I'm working, and of course now that I'm living on my own, I have to manage my daily affairs, like any responsible adult does. Many demon things.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to watch that Let's Play sooner or later because that's one of my favorite N64 games, one of my favorite games of all time, Banjo-Tooie, and it has, and I think Nintendo Capri Sun is a good person to do a game like that because although the game is rated everyone, there's a lot of getting crap past the radar.
Yeah. It's funny how that happens.
In the example page on TV Trope for getting crap past the radar, it has an example of, it cites as an example Monty Python's Flying Circus that had a bunch of topless scenes. I'm like, wait, how do you get that past the radar? That's incredibly obvious. How do you miss that if you're, one of the censors? Whereas, most of the examples are like where some character says something that's a double entendre.
Yeah.
Like, there's one scene in particular in Banjo-Tooie where you're in this bar called Jolly's, and the voice that Jolly uses is sort of a pretty stereotypical gay man voice, and he has a partner whose voice is lower than his, and if you look on the board, it says one of the things on there is like the daily special or whatever. It's called Seaman's Surprise. It's like, geez, Rare and Nintendo didn't catch, or I guess Rare would have been the one making it. Nintendo didn't catch any of that. Or maybe they figured that the kids just wouldn't get it.
Hopefully. Oh, freaky fish guys.
I thought I was just gonna let them dive bomb my ass, but I guess I was smarter than that.
Squish the lake.
Freaky fish guys. that's gonna be a phrase I use now in my Let's Plays. Squish them like freaky fish guys.
Squish them like freaky fish guys.
I'm trying to think of enemies in Final Fantasy X-2 to which that might apply.
I'm sure it's something you can use against.
Or some attacks that...
I know I used it earlier today when I was re-recording my audio for Medieval. Like, I was in this level with like fish things, and they kept knocking me off the ledge. So I'm sure at one point I was like, freaky fish guys! I have to go re-listen to it now. I can't remember exactly what I said.
And again, I've lost count of how many battles that was. Oh well.
So far, I kind of stopped counting after 2. So I got distracted by stuff.
Oh, these guys. These guys are annoying even though I'm, really strong. Because they shoot out that water that hurts you.
Yes, that is annoying.
The tea kettle guys. I'm glad that the Whirlwind power is pretty lenient in terms of what you can do. The lines don't have to be in exactly the same direction. There's a certain scene in Final Fantasy X-2. I want to make sure you're a guest commentator when it comes up.
Okay.
You may be able to guess which scene I'm talking about.
Well, dude, something the only scene that pops into my mind is there's 2 scenes actually. Is the
Don't say what they are.
Okay, I'll put it in text with you.
Just tell me at the end, because I'm not looking at the text. I have this on full screen. And suddenly, after I was doing really well, these guys are beating me up pretty badly. Like I said, I don't like the tea kettle guys.
I spelled one person's name, so I'll put left thingy.
Just tell me at the end of the session. Like I said, I'm not looking at the text box. I have the video on full screen.
And then, so if I've got to like quickly put it in and then take it out, come back. That's the last time I was a guest commentator when I was just confirming when you're starting FF10-2.
Alright. Once I take out the tea kettle guys, the rest is pretty easy. Of course, there was only one enemy left, but yeah.
They're all done.